can or you think you can't, either way, you're probably right. Do you know who said that? It was Henry Ford, founder of the Ford Motor Company. Now, Mr. Ford had been noted for a number of things. He had made the automobile affordable for the average American family. Mr. Ford had also revolutionized the manufacturing of the automobile. And to this day, assembly plants do what Mr. Ford had started so many years ago. Mr. Ford had also introduced the single block V8, a new revolution that had changed the automotive industry. Now, the V8 engine had been around for a number of years. The French had introduced it, but it was introduced into planes and boats. The British had introduced it into the Rolls-Royce. Now, it was scrapped because it really wasn't working very well for them. The first one to actually make a manufacturer, a production quality V8 was Cadillac. Now, what they had done is they had made it out of a number of parts that had been fused together. It worked, but it wasn't the proper solution. What needed to be done was a single block V8, and that's what Mr. Ford wanted to do. Now, this idea wasn't new. The problem is it couldn't be done. The problem is that the V8 engine was such a big piece of metal that needed to be cast. The issue was they didn't have the technology to do it. They would try, but when they would break open the cast, the pieces were missing, there was cracks, there was fissures. It was a huge piece of metal that was just a piece of junk. So it couldn't be done. Now, Mr. Ford said he wanted to get it done, and he told the scientists to make it. But here's the thing you need to understand. At this point in time, Mr. Ford was very successful, and when his scientists said it couldn't be done, it couldn't be done. He paid more for his scientists and engineers than anybody else did. So when his people said it wasn't able to be done, it couldn't be done. He had the best and the brightest in the world, and they proved to him it cannot be done. But Mr. Ford never let things like the facts get in the way of his dream. So he told his engineers, build me a V8 engine. And they tried, and they tried, and they tried. And they came back with reports. And the reports, they proved what they already knew. It can't be done. But Mr. Ford said, build me a V8 engine. Because there was one fact that he knew to be true, is that someday, somewhere, someone was going to build a V8 engine. And by golly, it was going to be him who was noted for it. So they tried, and they tried, and they tried. And then one day, they figured it out. They cracked the code and were able to resolve the problem, and they made the V8 engine. They gave him a call, Mr. Ford, there's something we'd like you to see. Come on down. The Ford single block V8. Many thought it wouldn't happen. It was scientifically proven that it couldn't. But there was one man who believed and knew that it could. And his name's right there. Okay, fire it up.